So what are the main elements of a quality management system? The main elements are management reviews, internal audits, control of documents, control of records, continual improvements, data analysis, customer satisfaction, and corrective and preventive action. So when we look at management review, what does it mean? The periodic management review includes assessing opportunities for improvement, assessing the need for changes to the quality management system, assessing the need to change the quality policy and quality objectives. So you can see the orientation of an organization before QMS and after QMS. Before implementation of a quality management system, everybody is thinking and working in a different direction. After orientation, after implementation of QMS, you can see everybody is looking towards satisfaction of the customer and meeting the requirements, applicable requirements of the interested parties, including customers. Second element is internal quality audit. So the organization arranges for internal quality audit, which shall be planned at definite intervals, quarterly, half yearly. They will train their auditors or hire some external auditor. Auditor shall be objective and impartial, and auditor will not audit their own work. Auditor report the results and maintain records, and management shall take corrective action without undue delay, and follow up of the corrective action is required, and results are recorded to close that non-conformity or findings of the audit. Third is control of documents. Control of document means that any document that organization circulates for its employees, whether it's a SOP, manual, work instruction, it should have approval of the top management before issue. Identification and revision status of the document is to mention on the release document. This approved document must be available with the concerned people. Legibility and retrievability of the approved document has to be ensured. Obsolete document has to be removed from that area and has to be stamped obsolete and filed separately. Master list of all documents to be made as documented information. Fourth one is control of records. Records means all the formats which we are filling on day-to-day basis. So control of record means we have to file all the records, we have to index all the files, we have to store all the files properly, we have to preserve the files, we have to ensure that files are retrievable when required, and we have to define a retention and disposal period of the files. Master list of all files containing records to be maintained as documented information. Now fifth one is continual improvement, which is made up of corrective action and preventive action. Let's understand what are they. The organization shall continually improve the effectiveness of QMS through the use of management review, which includes quality policy states focus of all employees on customer satisfaction, meeting interested parties requirements, and continual improvement, quality objectives, process performance, audit results, analysis of data, corrective and preventive actions, and customer feedback. Now let's understand correction, corrective and preventive action. Correction means the organization shall take action to rectify the non-conformities that does not ensure that it will not occur again. Like in case of any customer complaint in any of the glass processing unit, replacement is a correction. If you realize that mistake has happened at your end and you replace that glass part, that is called correction. Corrective action is the organization shall take action to eliminate the cause of non-conformities in order to prevent recurrence. So there is need to review non-conformities including customer complaints, determine the root cause of the non-conformities and evaluate action required, then take the action, record the action and review the corrective action taken. So if we can record well and analyze effectively, we can reduce our problems. So corrective action, sub-classification of problem include people. So corrective action may be traced back to poor training or lack of competencies of experience or poor communication or inadequate resource allocation or lack of supervision or inadequate planning or no teamwork. Procedure may have a root cause they may not be adequately defined, they may not be documented, they may not be available at the place of work, they may be too complex or they may be outdated. So, for corrective action we need data. When this data is collected and analyzed, we can identify the project that will achieve improvement. The corrective action process investigates causes and get to the root cause of the problem. So, people use 5 why analysis to find the root cause of the problem. Preventive action. Preventive action is action taken today to eliminate the cause of potential problem in the future so that they do not occur. So, every corrective action and non-conformance is really a failure of preventive action. So, if you see you install fire extinguisher and water hydrant in your company, it means you are taking preventive action against future fire issue. Sixth element is analysis of data. So, analysis of data on customer satisfaction and whether we are conforming to the requirement or not. Characteristic and trends of process and products, including opportunities for preventive action. Trends of suppliers, whether they are supplying in time or whether they are supplying quality product or not. Customer satisfaction. What is our customer's perception of the degree to which we are meeting his requirement? So, to capture that, we have to take customer's feedback, because customer is the most important person who is interacting with your processes and people and can provide really invaluable insights. So, let us come to the summary and benefits of implementing QMS in your organization. First, process gets defined and control mechanism devised and implemented. So, if you have well implemented and maintained a system, so you are better able to identify problem area, you are more consistent, you make fewer mistakes, resources are better utilized and the customer satisfaction increases. If you are regularly auditing your quality systems, so it gives you a useful discipline to maintain the system on track. Regular management reviews lead to continual improvements, and data generation and analysis provides ground for sound decision making. It gears you up for higher achievements. And if you get ISO 9000 certified, that distinguishes your organization as well among your competition. So, what are the simple steps to implement a simple QMS, a most fundamental basic QMS? First step would be list out your processes, then identify critical to quality parameters in product and process, then define tolerance for the critical to quality parameter, decide checking method, instrument and person responsible for checking that critical to quality parameter, write process steps with checkpoints. You can also write a SOP or work instruction in local language and can devise a format for recording those data about the critical to quality parameter. Display this process steps and process and product critical to quality parameters at their respective place and train your machine operators and quality assurance people about them. Create a red marked area or trolley for isolating products not meeting the requirements with a red sticker to isolate these products from the good ones. Now, let us come to the documentation required for a well defined QMS. The structure of documentation is in the shape of a pyramid. The quality management system manual being at the top, which gives links to the system procedures, which gives links to the work instruction related to the actual work, and then at the bottom of the pyramid you have records and related documents. So, here is a summary of the documents required. First one is quality manual with list of processes. All documents are numbered with the issue date or revision date. So, quality manual is based on ISO 9001 quality management system standard. Then you have to define master list of your quality management system procedures. So, system related procedures like procedure for internal audits, trainings, management reviews, purchase, corrective and preventive action, control of document and records are covered here. Then you can make a master list of standard operating procedures like operation, they are operation related SOPs like for glass pre-processing, tampering, DGU, lamination, etc. Then you can also list out you can prepare a master list of work instructions related to health and safety, glass handling, loading, unloading, EOT crane operations and maintenance related. Then you can make master list of records. Records mean the field form which you have already made earlier. So you can these records will include incoming inspection, in process inspection, final inspection and lab test records, training records like training attendance, training evaluation and training feedback, employees related record like their Aadhaar card, PAN card, resume, interview evaluation, maintenance related preventive maintenance plan, internal audit and MRM related complaints, feedbacks, non-conformities and CAPA records. Then you can also list out your external origin documents like glass rated Indian and European standards, ISO 9000, 14000, 45000 standard, any standard that you are using in your company, like machinery, preventive maintenance manuals, machine manuals. Then you have to define a quality policy which should have focus on meeting applicable requirements, customer satisfaction and continual improvements. The awareness of quality policies must for all employees. Then you can also list out your quality objectives and their measurement and monitoring. So that means after implementing QMS, what objective you are planning to achieve, like timely delivery of your products, reduction in number of complaints, reduction in internal rejections or number of trainings per employee per annum, etc. Then you can prepare your schedules, schedule for legal compliances, calibration, training, annual maintenance contracts, preventive maintenance, equipment fitness checking, earthing check, suppliers evaluation, etc. Then you can also make some assessments about a company like business, what are the business risk and opportunities, process risk assessments, identifying needs and expectation of interested parties. Then checklist for preventive maintenance, housekeeping, employee related records, loading and unloading, contract review, etc. These are preventive checklists which ensure the person who is checking that process has ensured certain things which you have already listed out in the checklist. Now will come the example of control panel for glass processing. So in the process flow diagram, you identify the process step as number 10. This is incoming inspection of glass. So characteristic to be checked are thickness, size, surface inspection, color and packing condition. The specification tolerance are like for thickness it is to be checked as per standard ASTM C1036. Size has to be checked as per ASTM C1036. Color as per purchase order. Packing condition, it should not be damaged. Packing condition should not be damaged. Expiry date, material should not be expired. How do you check the thickness? You check the thickness with micrometer. What is the sample size? 1 sheet per box. And what is the frequency? Each consignment. What is the control method and annual proofing? Incoming inspection. Responsibilities of QC inspector. What happens if the material is not able to meet your requirement? Hold the material. Corrective action would be return all the material. So what would be the record references? That is incoming inspection report. Like in the case of PVB, what are the requirements? Impact test as per. What are the requirements? What is packing condition? It should not be damaged. Expiry, it should not be expired. We use first expire first out for controlling the material which has an expiry date. Impact test, PVB should pass the impact test to use at impact tower. 1 sample each consignment. Incoming inspection done by QC inspector. If in case of any problem, inform to supplier or reject the material, and the evidence is recorded in the incoming inspection report. Incoming inspection of ink, again color and expiry date are the most critical parameters which needs to be checked. Glass cutting, you can see the important critical to quality parameters are dimension, surface inspection. So dimension should be as per the work order. They are to be checked with measuring tape or template. They have to be checked 100% each for each work order, and after first of inspection and regular in process inspection is required by the operator. In case of any problem in the glass, inform to the supplier. Similarly, surface before cutting should be free from bubbles, stones, scratch, chips as per applicable ASTM, EN or IS standard. Is visual inspection, so you must ensure that the eyesight of the people on the machines is okay, so that they can check these visual defects. Other important parameter critical to quality parameters are cutting pressure, which has been defined as 1.5 to 2.5 bar. It is measured by pressure gauge. It has to check at setup of the machine for each work order, right, to be done by operator, and if it's not meeting the pressure requirement, you have to stop the machine and inform to the maintenance. Similarly, for grinding, the critical to quality parameters are type of grinding wheel, that must be selected as per the work order and as per the glass thickness, checked by measuring tape. It has to be checked during the setup, and it has to check for each work order, right. And if product is not coming as per the requirement, operator has to hold the machine and to correct. So type of cutting wheel again is an important critical to quality parameters. Type of drill, type of polishing wheel and type of belt is the most important critical to quality parameters for grinding operation. So we'll again go through the critical to quality parameters for washing. Surface inspection, color of is the most important for washing purpose. So type of DM water properties. DM water properties like pH, conductivity and temperature are the most important, and the range has been defined. The pH should be between 6 to 8, conductivity should be less than 20, and temperature should be between 35 to 40 degrees centigrade, and the instrument used are conductivity meters and temperature gauge, and they are measured before the start of the shift, and in case of the requirement going beyond the specification, we have to stop the machine and it has to be corrected by the maintenance. Similarly, for heat treatment, you can see the important parameters are flatness, fragment, zebra, shock test, waviness and bend bow test. So again, their applicable standards are defined, and they have the checking frequency is defined and responsibility is assigned, so that they are conducted regularly without deviations, and any abnormality is reported and machines are stopped and corrected. Washing, surface inspection is the most critical to quality parameters. Lamination, layup is the most important criteria. Then de-airing, surface inspection is most important, and autoclave, surface inspection and dimensions are the most critical to quality parameters. Again, final inspection, visual, surface inspection, visual light transmission test, boil test, impact resistance test are the most important critical to quality parameters. Their respective IS standards are defined in this presentation. Trimming, again, surface inspection is the most important critical to quality parameter in washing, surface inspection, spacer cutting, visual checking, desiccant filling, visual checking, primary sealant, the quality of the primary sealant is very important, spacer fixing, manual alignment is very important. So in this way we can make a control plan to control different aspects of our processes. And after DGU final inspection, what do you check? Critical to quality parameters are surface inspection, butterfly test, pot life test, tact free test, molecular sieve test and butyl test. And in dispatch, packing and loading are the most critical to quality parameters. So if you can list out all the processes and their steps and identify the requirements, we can manage all our processes well. So I hope you will be able to implement a good quality management system based on process approach. Thank you so much.